Hello and welcome back to Game Vitamins. My name is Nick, and in today's video, we are going to be going over a lot. We're going to be discussing the new sorter back there. We're going to be talking about an absolute overhaul that I am doing to my inventory, discuss how I'm going to be reorganizing it from the ground up, actually deleting everything that I currently have listed, and essentially the plan moving forward, because that back there was really what I was waiting on to ramp it up into the next stage. So we have a lot to cover today. I want to start by bringing you through my plan on the inventory, discuss how the sorter is going to be an integral part to all of that, and then sort of just kind of bring you along with what I have been working on. It's an absolute mess up here, but behind the scenes is always fun. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. But first, if you are new here, my channel is all about growing a Magic the Gathering business. I have started from the ground up and am currently just documenting my journey in growing a TCG-based business, currently focusing on Magic. But in the future, I might expand into other games, other TCGs, and hopefully you can pull insight from it regardless of what your focus is. Anyway, let's take a look at what we're working on here. So first of all, I'm going to bring you guys back to the card sorter. Yes, I'm watching my footing first to make sure I don't fall and trip over any of these boxes that are piling up. This is obviously what people want to see, and I really want to dive a lot deeper into it. I've truly only used it for a couple days so far, so I can't give a full-fledged opinion, but needless to say, we are already cranking through inventory. So far, just today, I've probably sorted several thousand cards, just about. This doesn't immediately update. I need to resume it and then pause it again to get the updated count. But we actually have Karlov Manor in there, taking a step back to where it all began, sifting through the commons and uncommons and essentially the bulk, trying to find any sort of value. So what I want to go over first is essentially what I am doing moving forward regarding my inventory, regarding what I'm listing actively, what I'm setting off to the side for other products. So really, let me start by discussing, I guess, what I'm doing with the sorter, because again, I think this is what a lot of people want to see. So as I said, we are currently going through the bulk. I want to sift through all of the boxes I have piled over in that corner that you guys have seen, thrown up on the shelf that have already been opened, stuffed back full with cards that I didn't pick up on for value, and then run it through here to find anything that is 10 cents and above. And over here, just for fun, I threw in a sort parameter for anything that is 50 cents or above. So you can see Aftermath Analyst, I missed that. Can you see it? Is that focusing? Let's put it over my face to make sure. Got a new camera. I don't know if it's really going to focus right. But essentially, cards that I had previously overlooked, things that are worth more than 50 cents, and will go up on the store immediately to try to turn those over. In the second bin over here, we have the 10 cent to 50 cent pile. So essentially these are some commons and uncommons that again have some value that I can have a better sell-through rate on, and I will put those onto the TCGPlayer account as well. But the goal here is to first sort through all of the boxes of bulk I have over there. I have a lot more Karlov. Let me just show you real quick. So right here you can see that we are several rows and stacks deep of Karlov. Every box is full of commons and uncommons. Dominaria, United, you can see, oh, those boxes are actually full of opened boxes. Some MH3, just some stuff we have to get through. I have more piled away, but it will take a little bit of time to sort through this to begin with. Okay, so now that you saw that, let me give you the up close and personal look at the card sorter and sort of what's going on down here. So again, I'll reiterate, we are taking all of the bulk that is worth less than 10 cents out of here, out of all of the cards that I've piled up, and setting them to the side to create bulk lots. So currently, these are all Karlov Manor uncommons. These are commons over here. I have a little bit of Duskmourn and Outlaws that I was testing it on. Again, this is a very, very short period of time that I've been utilizing this. But what I'm going to be doing is using those to create the bulk lots that I will be selling as a separate product on eBay, and focusing anything that I'm actually listing on my TCGPlayer in the higher value range. I say higher value range, really anything 10 cents and above, because really if it's 10 cents and up, it probably has a little better sell-through. So that is the focus with all of the bulk to start. I want to show you guys how this works, because obviously that is, I've said it a few times, but that's probably what we're here for. So let me get you, again, I just put the camera back on the stand and screwed it in. Let me get you up close here. Okay, one second. Here we are. I've got a little bit left. I paused it before recording this video so I could show you how this works. You have a weight pushing down on the cards, which will then feed through the scanner, which is in here, and then down the conveyor belt and drop into bins based off of my sorting parameters. So because this is more of a harvest setting where I'm just looking for value, I just have, again, the high value, mid value, and then all of these would just be overflow for anything that is 10 cents and under, well, under 10 cents. So if we go here, you can see each bin's parameter set up on my screen and how full it currently is. You do have to clear these out after 500 cards fill them, but what I'll do here is resume my sort. You can see I've sorted about 2,300 cards so far, brand spanking new to this. So once we get it going, you'll hear it rev up. I have my mic on, so I'm kind of hoping this isn't too loud because it is quite loud. But you can see the gears are spinning and the cards are flowing. Over here, they are dropping down into their respective bins. Obviously, most of them are going to be lower value, but there we go. We're getting a couple in that 10 to 50 cent range. Anything over here would be a card that is getting kicked back because it just wasn't read correctly, wasn't scanned correctly, might be upside down. Whatever it is, I can pull it out of there, clear the bin on here, feed it back through, and go from there. So again, here we have it, the PhyzBatch 9000. This thing is going to change the game, absolutely. I mean, I've not been using it for more than a day or two, pretty much testing and then using it myself. And I can see it now. It's all coming together with how all of my custom products and all of my online sales are just going to flow. So I'm really looking forward to utilizing this a lot in the very near future. Okay, sorry, I'm putting you back on the stand here. I don't know if this is overpowering my voice, or maybe you can't even hear it, because again, I've got the little mic on, I lowered it down, so hopefully my beard isn't brushing at this time. Anyone who's watched my other videos has maybe heard the crackles, but there you have it. It is running strong, and we are absolutely cranking through cards. It's gonna make the pace of my openings much, much faster. So really looking forward to that, because I have a massive, massive backlog of product. I have come across some really good deals, and luckily I know a guy that is a very good Magic player and wins a lot on Arena and may or may not be in the Pro Tour. Okay, so anyway, I get boxes through that. I have other connects that I am trying to set up to get better flow of inventory, but that is for a later date. Now, let me pause this real quick, and it'll turn off in a second. It sort of does like a little final run. It doesn't feed any cards, and then it shuts down. So now that we have this going on for sorting all of my inventory, how am I changing the way that I organize everything? At the beginning of this video, one second, where are we at? New camera, I'm trying to figure out where the time stamp is. So at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I am starting from scratch. I am deleting my whole entire inventory. And I'm not even trying to just sound really clickbaity or I don't know, rile people up. No, I'm actually going to delete my whole inventory. And the reason is because I am certainly more focused on direct right now. And I want to be able to pull cards and integrate cards into my inventory the way that they would come through on direct. So I'm going to show you some of my inventory here. Let me pull out these top drawers, and I'm going to bring you down, show you how I have sorted in the past, how I started to shift some of the sorting, and sort of my plan for the complete overhaul, because it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time. But because MagicCon is coming up and I need to pause and hide my inventory anyway, I figure now is a perfect time to just delete it all and start from scratch. So let me take you off of the stand again. Really need something that's like magnetic, because I just keep like taking the camera on and off this thing. I got to unscrew it and blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. Let's bring you down to the inventory. Rattle you around a little bit more first. Okay, there we go. Now here is some of the inventory. I want to point out what I had been doing. People have noticed it in past videos that I was doing alphabetical set order and then also breaking it out based on rarity. Now, I think anybody who is in just the general TCG marketplace should do this. I still think that this is a good method because your mythics, your rares, the sell-through rate on these is always going to just be higher. So you're not going to be hanging out and going through your commons and uncommons nearly as frequently. So you might as well sort of just keep them in the back, still alphabetically sorted, and then just go there when you need them. Because realistically, you're going to spend most of your time in the front. One thing I want to note, because I am realizing it's glaringly obvious, is that I have not been on a big upload spree recently, and that's because I've been waiting for the machine. So you can see that my mythics are non-existent for Duskmourn. My rares are pretty much gone. Same with Karlov Manor. I mean, this is all of my current Karlov inventory. It is absolutely diminished, but I still have a ton of unopened, unscanned boxes because, honestly, the thing is, when you know this is on the way, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to just sit up here and go through it all. So my sales have been slowing a little bit. February, I wanted to hit a higher number, but realistically, I think that February is the rebuild month and March is when we will be hitting it really hard. So let's go back to how this is organized. Again, there you have it. Mythic, rares, and then alphabetized within there. So this was for TCG Marketplace. Levels 1 through 4, great way to sort your inventory. But the thing is, when you switch over to direct, the sales volume is quite a bit higher, and you are packing very large reimbursement invoices. Now, this is still not even organized the way I want it to be. You can see I still have Bloomborough, Mythics, Uncommons, Common. Oh, wait, sorry, actually. These were the Commander Bloomburrows because I broke down decks. And you can see that I still had it set up this way, but there's a lot of cards in here, you know, and when I need to pull a card that starts, here we go, we got a Bellow, and he's a mythic. And then all of a sudden, the next card on the list is over here. It's an uncommon that starts with B as well. And then it's a rare that starts with B. So then I need to hop over here and try to find it. So then all of a sudden I'm getting a C out of the commons. So you can see what I'm getting at here. It's just a lot of jumping around, especially when you're pulling 600, 700 cards in one go. And I know that that number is going to increase dramatically once I bring in all of my backlog. So what I am going to be doing here is, well, for tomorrow, since I'll be packing an RI and shipping out some orders, I'm going to leave this as is. But once I end up deleting everything, yes, again, deleting everything. I'm going to put you back up here. I just don't think you need to keep staring at that. What the goal is going to be is set sort, which is how TCGPlayer Direct provides you your RI. So it will now be in order of release on sets and then fully alphabetized regardless of rarity. And the reason I am deleting everything is because I will now be able to sort through all of the value and a lot of the cards that might be in my inventory that have just not been touched, that have not been turning over at all. I can pull those off to the side. Again, probably stuff that is worth less than 10 cents, for example, and utilize that as part of my custom products. I make it sound fancy. It's custom products. It's not that fancy. It's it's bulk lots essentially. Custom products. That sounds a lot better. So for my custom products, I want to take any low value cards that are sitting in here, pull them out, or at least a good chunk of them. I might leave some stuff in there just to keep that wide inventory base. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, what I might do is you can get very specific with your parameters here. I might do something where it's like less than 10 cents and a maximum of 2 duplicates. Okay, see what I'm doing there? So now I do still have cards in my inventory that can be paired up with other cards. It will help people place bigger orders that maybe they just need one random card, and that will then go to me. So I like that. I gotta write that down. But I think the problem is sometimes you end up scanning in so many duplicates of the same low value card, and I have other plans for offloading them. So I want to go to full set sort, alphabetical for every single card that is within it, and then I can, whenever I'm adding anything, it'll be very easy to add to existing inventory. If I'm adding anything new, I can just find, okay, this is an Aether Drift card, and it starts with the letter B. Now, let me see, where do we slot this in? It's going to improve the inventory. It's going to improve the speed on pulling cards. I already pull pretty quickly, but in the near future, I'm going to be having someone help me, and I have a rather specific way that I have this set up, and if you don't know it, then you're kind of all over the place looking for stuff sometimes. Even with Bloomburrow, like right now I have my commander separated out from non-commander, but in other stuff like Duskmourn, it's all in the one, and foils are in with, say, Duskmourn, but foils aren't included in Bloomburrow because I have more of it uploaded right now. So you know what I'm getting at. I'm sure if you have your own inventory, you have your own weird quirks that only you would know, and if you told someone to find a card, like they could probably find it, but if they had to pull 500 cards, it's probably going to be a bit of a pain. So that is the game plan. The mind's been racing. I have a lot that I need to go through, so I really think that right now, February is the time for the rebuild. Go back down to the bare bones, rescan everything in, re-alphabetize it all, integrate everything into a brand new inventory, just spend some time doing that, and then go live again with a new and improved and very well organized inventory. So I think anybody that is getting into this, regardless of what TCG you're in, regardless of what scale you're at, do this early on, because I have gotten behind on integrating inventory in the past, and I've gotten orders where I'm searching through stacks, and it's just be diligent, stick with it, and figure out the best system for you given your inventory size. That's really it in terms of inventory management. I really do think that just set, sort. Uh-oh, I think I bopped that. That might have been loud. I do think set, sort, and alphabetical is just a no-brainer. I mean, that is, if you're selling on TCGPlayer, just do that. It'll be way easier. So that is the game plan moving forward. Let's close this up. So right now, I'm trying to sort of separate everything out. And now that we're really gearing up, there's a lot to organize. So we're going to be separating out the bulk. We're going to be separating out the lands, all the tokens, scanning everything for the value to make sure we pull all of that value out before it accidentally gets thrown into a lot. I'm going to be creating unscanned set specific boxes, especially because now I have, like I still have 30 boxes of Modern Horizons 3. I got this camera actually because people wanted the live stream. I still think that's a cool idea. Now that I have it, once I'm back from MagicCon, I'm probably going to set it up, sort of just throw on a live stream on YouTube, chit chat, and I'll let you guys know what day that's going to happen. Maybe throw on your notifications if I post in community, or I'll just post it in Patreon and maybe people will want to check it out. So anyway, I have, 30 boxes of MH3. I have 25 to 30 boxes of Foundations. I have a ton of Wilds of Eldraine and more March of the Machine, and such a big backlog currently that I just gotta really hunker down and set up, like, just attack one set at a time, and everything that hasn't been scanned will get scanned, and organize it and integrate it as we go. So I'm sort of just rambling now. This is everything I've been thinking about as of late, and how I'm going to be able to hit the ground running. I said I'd hit the ground running in the new year. I think I already have been. We've almost done 5,000 sales, so that's pretty good, I would say. And yeah, so I'm super happy with where we're at. I wrote like a couple notes when I was brainstorming. Let me take a look at that and see if there's anything else I want to go over. Oh, okay, yes, the one other thing I want to mention is within the inventory, I am also going to separate out foils, and because I have pretty much always had brand new cards, everything has been listed as near mint, but now that I can sort through them very quick, I will be revisiting that original 20,000 bulk cards. Yes, I listed probably about a quarter of them before I got more involved in box opening, but I really want to sift through it all and figure out if we can find some extra value in there. So stay tuned. I might make a video out of that because people have brought it up. People have seen most of my videos, which is awesome. Thank you guys for watching all of them. And I started by buying a boatload of bulk just to see if I could find some value. And yes, those have been selling, but because those are lightly played and moderately played, we're going to add specific sections based around, the conditions of the cards as well, because we won't be near mint for long, especially once we start buying more bulk and collections and whatnot, just to keep inventory flowing. So that was something I just wanted to mention in terms of organization real quick if you made it this far. Otherwise, as always, this video is getting longer than it should be. But if you are going to MagicCon, feel free to pop into the Patreon. I always mention it. Really, it's not about the $5 a month. It's about the awesome community that we're building. Very active resellers, and it's super supportive, a ton of great information, and multiple people are going to MagicCon, and we were going to try to do a meetup. Got to touch base with everybody. If you want to join that, if you're going, feel free to join in. Throw a comment down below if you're going to be there. Come up, say hi. I don't know if anyone will recognize me. Not because I really want them to, honestly. I kind of want to walk around and just enjoy it, but you know, I thought about it. I was like, well, I have a couple thousand people on YouTube now, and someone's bound to be at MagicCon. It would be cool to talk to people that are part of the community. I actually ran into someone in my town. Richard, if you're watching this, what's up? We met up. He gave me some art cards. Super cool guy. We're going to be playing Magic soon. Once I get this stuff sorted out. This one's a shout out to you. We'll get you over and we'll play some games. So anyway, feel free, come up, say hi. MagicCon will be cool. Haven't been to a MagicCon. Definitely going to see if I can pick up some cool stuff. So there's that. And otherwise, I don't know. I have a ton of these collector booster samples. Let's open one real quick. These are really hard to open. Wow, I spoke too soon. That opened up immediately. Does anyone know, are these preset cards, are they always going to be one of a certain card, or can you actually get some absolute fire? Because honestly, every time I've opened these, like, I never get anything phenomenal. Yeah, no, it's not even worth showing these. These aren't anything great. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go. Time to get back to some sorting. Got to eat dinner. It's already getting late. And yeah, let's hit the ground running, everybody. 2025, big year in TCGs. Great time to get into it, it seems. And let's do it all together. We'll catch you all in the next one. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see y'all later.